What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Halo commentary. I'm your host and favorite mobster, Matt. Up until this point, we have talked about the current state of the Halo franchise. We've had a Halo community contest. Shoutouts to T7 Mr. Black Sr., who took home 1,000 Halo credits and a custom command on the channel for winning. And at this point, I think what would be a really healthy commentary is to discuss what's next for Halo. What's next for Halo Infinite, with that being the live service of the franchise at the moment. I wanted to mention a few topics of discussion, a few features, things to implement to the Halo Infinite service that I think would drastically improve maybe its player count, it would bring people back to the game, or if nothing else, really just make the quality of life changes to the service itself so that we're all having a lot more fun. Now, before we get started, please click that thumbs up button, drop a comment, hit subscribe, and if you haven't already, turn that notification bell on so that you never miss a MobstrMatt commentary. All right, so let's go ahead and begin, guys. One of the game types or game modes that has been missing from Halo Infinite that I personally forgot was incredibly fun is Firefight. Now, I know there's been sort of like rumors or sort of leaks behind the scenes that have mentioned forgeable AI. My worry with this is the fact that 343 doesn't have a good track record, and I'm really hoping that they don't just simply add forgeable AI in order to let the Forge community, the Forge creators, create our own Firefight. I think that would be a catastrophic mistake. This needs to be a 343 fully fleshed out, fully developed, engine developed, functioning Firefight mode, okay? I'm talking unique announcer dialogue, custom user interface effects that occur throughout the game type, and please, some XP. Make it a matchmaking playlist so that we can get some XP towards our battle pass or our career ranks by the end of it. Now, on a side note, I wanted to mention an idea that someone talked about on the stream the other day. If this happens to be your idea, please come forward so I can give you full-blown credit for this, but I just thought it was absolutely brilliant, so I would mention it here. How cool would it be if your high score, your personal high score on Firefight for whatever the difficulty may be or whatever the map may be and what have you, what if your personal high score was displayed either on a weapon charm or on like a brand new nameplate within the game? So at any point someone picks up your weapon, they can see what your high score is. That would be something to include if they don't have leaderboards of some sort. I personally love leaderboards. You can catch me sweating on those every day. I love it. But what a cool idea, right? Instead of like on Apex Legends where you have a banner, what if you can equip a nameplate and it has your personal high score for Firefight on it? I don't know, just an idea. But regardless, this game definitely needs a PvE game type. Halo 5 had their, Warzone, Halo ODST, and Halo Reach had Firefight. I think it's a little bit of like a casual way to sort of enjoy the game with less stress, unless, of course, you're obviously playing on high difficulty and what have you. But there is something to be said about playing in a PvE environment where there aren't, people on the other team, and there's less stress put on you, I guess, as an individual. I can't tell you how frustrated I get sometimes with the level of pressure that people put on themselves when playing with others in Halo because it is so competitive. There's a lot of people, I think, that want to jump on Halo, but they don't with their friends that have been playing it sort of since launch or that have gotten into it recently because they don't want to feel bad about themselves not performing well in front of their friends. And so I think it's a great way to kind of get their foot in the door to get back into the realm that is Halo, right? So great casual playlist that I think will bring a lot of people to the game. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is something that is a small problem that I think has a huge effect on Halo Infinite. And if you could, afterwards, be sure to YouTube search what happened to Gears of War esports. The video that you see right there at the top of your list will give you a fair comparison as to what sort of worries me about this topic, so be sure to check that out. But if you guys don't know, there are two separate battle rifles in this game. There's one for casual / social playlists that is a 3-shot melee kill, and then there is a ranked battle rifle that is a 2-shot melee kill. Simply put, there are two different battle rifles in Halo Infinite, two separate damage pools depending on what playlist you select. I had no clue that that was even a thing within Halo Infinite, because you got to remember, I only played Season 1, and then I sort of got away from the game for Season 2 and 3, and I just got back. So this is obviously something that was changed that I had no clue of up until about a week ago. The problem here is that I think it only hurts players' ability to hone their skill outside of ranked play, and I think it's a big problem with regards to, like, sort of the onboarding of new players that probably will go their entire Halo Infinite career without knowing that there's two separate BRs. I mean, let's be real, there's nowhere in the game that tells you that there's two separate BRs, so people are jumping into ranked and they're dying in ways that they can't explain, which only puts more frustration on 343 as a developer. It gets people angry, they don't understand things with ranked gameplay, and I just think it's something that really puts people off. So I'm just mentioning it within the commentary because I think it would do a lot of good, because we can look at other franchises, like Gears of War, for instance, and we can sort of learn from their mistakes. And what I would like to see is one damage pool for the battle rifle across all playlists. Either make it 3-shot BR melee kill, or make it 2-shot melee kill. I personally, and this might anger some people, I like the 2-shot melee kill. I like the faster time to kill. The faster TTK, I think, lends itself very well to competitive play. But I think it's also a great way to make Halo Infinite's battle rifle seem a lot more unique compared to the other installments in the series. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think it's definitely worth discussion. It's something that I've just seen sort of go unnoticed in other franchises, and over time sort of had detrimental, effects on the game. So, but on a more positive note, let's go ahead and get into our third topic, which is going to be more progression systems for Halo Infinite. Now, I know that they have a ton of battle passes now, a pretty impressive amount of battle pass content, let's be honest, and they just recently incorporated the career ranks. However, I don't think it's quite enough to really solidify itself with so many competitors on the market for the average gamer. Because when you look at the number of progression systems that, say, Apex Legends has, Call of Duty, Destiny, and so forth, it's a lot more than just the career ranks that Halo Infinite offers. So what I want to do is just mention a few ideas just in case any of them pick up any traction, because you never really know who's listening to these commentaries. Now, the first form of progression, how cool would it be if you had weapon mastery in this game? How it essentially would work is from bronze all the way to onyx and even mastery rank, you have to get a certain number of kills with each gun in the game in order to master it. Then once you've reached mastery rank, you could potentially get a weapon skin or a charm so that whenever someone picked up that gun during a match, they would know that you've mastered that weapon. I just thought that was a really cool idea. Now, the second type of progression would be playlist mastery. Now, this one's a little bit more unique because I think you could either do it by the number of times you've played that playlist or the number of wins you've gotten in that playlist. Again, leveling it from bronze all the way to onyx and then obviously mastery rank. Now, here's what's cool about it. I think you could get a little bit more creative than just a weapon skin or a charm. What if the customization or the cosmetics that you unlock by achieving mastery rank were directly related to the playlist that you've mastered? For instance, if you master Big Team Battle, you could get a color coding for your vehicle or an emblem to slap on your vehicle because there's so many vehicles in Big Team Battle, right? If you did it for Team Slayer, you get a certain charm to put on your gun because you're doing a ton of slaying. Or if it's just Fiesta, maybe you get a Fiesta Party nameplate that you can equip to your profile. I don't know, I think the unique unlocks for the playlists, or at least something cosmetically for weapon mastery, all of these things incentivize people to experience the entire sandbox that Halo has to offer. I think it's a great idea. However, the third type of progression that I want to mention is personally my favorite, and I'm really excited to tell you guys about it. So, you remember the clan system from Halo 2? Well, just like in so many other clan systems that I've personally experienced from Destiny 2, Call of Duty, and even Titanfall, one of the biggest problems that occurs, or what I've noticed at least, is there's a lot of people that join clans simply to just get the benefits of doing so. The extra XP, the extra weekly challenges, or cool little exclusive cosmetics that you can get for being in some, things like that. I was thinking to myself, what is a good way to sort of work around that, to really incentivize people to play with each other? And then it hit me. What if Halo Infinite incorporates some type of friendship system? Now, hear me out. I know that sounds super, super corny, but this already exists in games like Gears of War 5, and I know it exists in Pokemon Unite, which is a MOBA over on the Switch. It doesn't have to be called a friendship level, though. It could be something like your fire team level or a comrade system, for instance. The more you play with a specific individual, the more you sort of level up your camaraderie with that person, and then you can put that progress on display for people. What's interesting is there's technically already a Fireteam tab in your social menu, so it could just be on display there if you want to. But I think a really cool way to sort of put it on display would be the post-match results screen. Anytime either you or your opponent is viewing the two separate teams, having a rank or maybe even an emblem right there during the post-match results screen, I think is something really, really cool and super unique. You could go one step further by being able to customize that emblem or the color codings for it or something along those lines in the customized tab of your menu. I don't know. I think this is a really creative way to incentivize people to game with each other and really just show off the fact that, like, you're gaming with your homies. Like, this is your squad. You know what I mean? I think it's cool. That's going to do it, though, for me, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Let me know what you thought of any of the ideas that I've mentioned throughout this video. Drop a comment below, or if you want to, come hang out over on Twitch and we can talk about it there. I'm just really interested to hear your input on it, because you never know what ideas sort of spark from that one-on-one, that back-and-forth dialogue, you know? Until the next video, however, happy slaying on the sticks, guys. Thank you again for all the love lately, and I'll see you in the next one. Mobster, out.